Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This one is about compromising with sex and what you're going to do with it. All right, we're going to make this one short and we're going to end up making it sweet, just like everybody wants us to. Keep up the good work. We're going to jump into it right now. So let's do it. So I have something I want to show you guys, and because I was stupid to do this, and I bought like all of them. Okay, who likes candy and who likes Warheads? What's your favorite candy? Hit your like and subscribe. Hit that below. We're gonna link it. Okay, so this is very good candy, and who likes candy? Everyone. Okay, so I went out of my way and bought a total of 9 of these. When I thought it was regular, there was actual a lot more candy in there. The difference is you also have these, okay, which that are in there. Now that I look back, and they seem very good. So, how's everyone's Sunday? How's everyone's Monday? How's everyone's Wednesday? How's everyone's Thursday? How's everyone's Saturday already? It's good to hear. So, how do we know what is compromise? Okay. Yes, I did get a haircut. My hair is obviously changing a different color, so I don't know what it's gonna be. So we're gonna get it back up there, but how do you compromise with a woman or a man? How do you do that? Well, one thing is you can do is comprom. These are just examples. We hope that you guys understand that a lot of this stuff are examples or stuff that has actually went on in life. So you get to a point in your life where you're in a relationship and right maybe she wants to drink and you're not allowed to drink because you might be in trouble with somebody. Okay, so what the compromising part is you would say, yeah, it's okay to have one or two or three or 10, 21 or 40. So compromising means you go halfway. All right. And so because there's a lot of knowledge that are coming on and people are like, hey, why don't you just compromise? Why don't you go take a pill, whatever? There's no one's watching you, right? Someone is watching everyone. So yeah, if you go along and you're like, okay, you go to the bar and you compromise, okay, I never wanted to be the bar, but you say, okay, I'm gonna go halfway, and you go halfway. Well, when do you know it's actually compromise other than having sex with somebody? Well, like if you have to trade your happiness to build someone else's happiness, right there. That's common ground that people are going to stand on. Hey, you want to drink? Okay, cool. You down a beer, whatever. You shotgun a beer. You end up doing whatever you got to do, which means shotgunning. You just drink a beer and within one gulp or multiple swallows that are going to come through. But a lot of times when we compromise, we're going after the wrongdoing. Okay. So if you're compromising with relationships, you're compromising with sex, you're compromising by saying, well, if you get me this, or if I can get you this, like a lot of women like flowers, a lot of men like flowers, depending on the relationship, so that's 50-50, right? So you're around your anniversary, you say, well, let's go to Chakarama or Golden Corral or Chuck E. Cheese. These are compromises. These are suggestions that could end up somebody like, well, what are you doing? What's going on with your life? I don't know. Well, you come to the point that next week may never come. You start compromising, saying, well, here's some examples. Having sex, taking advantage of somebody, knowing that, okay, maybe you're not trying to, but you're trying to make a relationship with him, her, or them, right? You, like I said, you go to the bar when you never want to go. You say, well, I'll go to the bar if you do so and so, which most likely is sex. Well, okay, well, maybe there's more to this story than people are leading on. Maybe they're like, okay, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe there's so much information on the top that I don't really want to do it, right? But there's a compromise, right? The compromise is if she likes me for who I am, or if you like her or them as you like them, you're going to fantasize it for them forever, right? The moment they leave. Now, okay, maybe it's the person's body. Maybe you really feel like it's sexy or it's beautiful or it turns you on just by looking at them or her or them. The difference that you're going to do is okay, well, I'll trade my alcoholism for his body or her body or who fill in the blanks, right? I don't want to have to compromise with somebody. Compromise could even lead someone down a darkened path called hell, right? Life is hell. Life, we don't want to compromise with a relationship knowing that, okay, well, maybe you're at work and him or her are causing someone to be like, you know what, questioning their life. Maybe I don't need to go out of my way and do this. Maybe I don't need to go after that girl's whatever it might be. You fill in the blanks. Maybe I don't even have to be in a relationship with somebody. Maybe I don't even know what's going on. Maybe the circumstances are so high that he is okay with you cheating on him or her, and that's a compromise. What you're giving them is freedom to do whatever they want, and then when they come back with maybe a disease or certain situation or medical issues that come along with all of this, maybe it's time. Maybe you don't have to end up sitting down and agreeing to disagree, right? If you guys avoid fighting all the time, then maybe you are meant to be together. But if the compromise is she or he wants sex or they want sex, and you're saying, okay, well, as long as you buy me this, or you take me out to dinner, or you take me somewhere, okay? It's one thing to say, I compromise. I'm like, okay, you can have beer in your fridge or beer in our fridge together. It's another thing to say, I don't want that. I don't want beer. I don't want liquor. I don't want whatever that's going to cause us to reflect against each other, right? I can say, yes, I love someone and still never come through. Yes, I can say that I love them or miss them or want to be around them or want to end up having sex with them, right? Maybe you want to end up spending a night with that girl's butt, but you don't. Or you want to spend the night with a guy or girl, but when you have a better life and you've pushed everybody away, people are going to start saying things. People are going to start saying, well, he likes spicy candy, so I better like spicy candy. Compromising is cutting everything in 50% she or he does have, or they do have. And once you get to the point of it doesn't have to be this way, it doesn't have to be to the point where I compromise. Yeah, I turn myself loose for the moment or the night. You come back crying because him or her is very concerned. They're worried. They're like, okay, well, what is going on with this? It blows people's minds to say, I would rather compromise with beer, with women, with having sex with somebody to Well, date whoever you want, go out with whoever you want. That's not compromise. That's do what you want and do what you should not do. Right? That's not being honest with the person. That's being untruthful, which has happened before in my life and somebody else's life too. Right? If I compromise and put boots on and it's 100 degrees out, then I'm wearing boots because somebody else is wearing boots in that relationship. If I chose to not wear a heavy jacket because it's 30, 40 degrees outside, well, then that's not it. What happens? Well, see, when everything revolves around sex, that's when people are going to get the worst. When people say, "Oh, it's all I care about is your body," or "I care about this," or "I care about this situation, but I'm never going to tell you. I have feelings for you, but I'm never going to tell you if I want to come through." Right? I've had to shut 2, 3, 4, 5 doors, whatever. I've had to shut people out because they are trying to compromise with money. All right. So if I compromise, okay, he or she says, "Yeah, I went to the bar," when it came out as a lie, then something's wrong. If somebody says, "Hey, you want to go out to dinner, but hey, I can't really do anything. Can you be a baby mama, daddy, whatever it might be?" You start agreeing and accepting these people for who they are. That's when you're going to become somebody. And I'm not saying somebody that's nice. I'm saying somebody that is going to be compromising, saying that, "Yeah, you want to have a three-way with us? Come over and have sex with us," knowing that you might have disease after, but it was fun while it lasted. You may have to get your penis chopped off. Maybe not. Who knows? Right? I think there was multiple times in relationships and my friends or anyone's friends that I've had to compromise with him or her or them, depending on who they are. I've had to understand that if they go halfway and give me vape juice, or they go out of my way and say, "You know what, maybe today I just want to stay home and sleep and I don't want to do a whole lot," is that okay? Fine, do what you got to do. There's nothing you can say that would change this conversation about changing your mind. But if I don't change my brain, I'm going to compromise and say, "You know what, do what you want. I broke your heart. Oh well, every single day it's going to be that way. You want to go off with Betty Jew? I can't tell her. You want to go off with Bob? Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. If you want your penis to get chopped off, or you want to become a woman, go ahead. But I'm not stopping you because I'm not your son or daughter. I don't have son or daughter, but I don't want them to go homosexual. I don't want them to go gay. I don't want them to go out of their way to try to compromise with people. But if they did, I'm not going to hurt. I'm not going to do anything to them. They'll eventually find out why I did what I did, and who knows? They may find me up on Facebook. They may find me up at my dad's house, up at my grandparents' house, whatever it might be. But I'm not going to compromise with somebody that all they want to do is control someone and say, "You know what, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. Maybe I was supposed to be with her or him, but I kept on nagging about things." Naked pictures from anybody is not compromise. That's saying you accept them for who they are, and you're not going to go through with it. That's just examples, right? If I was stupid enough to buy this bag of candy here, what do? I can't do anything. So, right? These are delicious. You can get them at your closest gas station, store, anywhere. Anywhere. Warheads are very delicious. This kind of nerd's candy is delicious. But warheads. Compromise is not saying, yeah, I agree with everybody's conflict or what they do behind closed doors is between them and God. But something that people are going to say is, why did you become gay? Right? The whole reason why people become gay is because they don't know who they are. And it doesn't matter if they're in their teens, 20s, 50s, 90s. People would never know. Some people even go, hey, you know what? I'm going to compromise. I don't care what you are, but I'm going to end up still having sex with you. That's not compromising. That's saying that you accept them who they are, and they are going to be pushing you away. Okay? Almost all the time, I have pushed every single person away because all they want is one thing from me, and that's never going to happen. And I'm trying to keep myself sane, like, and reasonable, and actually talk and not be so insane like people say. But if I'm compromising, saying, you know what, let's go to the bar, I'm willing to go to the bar. If you said, hey, let's go to the strip club, I'm willing to go, but it doesn't mean I'm going to have a good time. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to speak to anybody that's knowing that this is it, right? You can watch Family Guy all day long and still never feel happy. You can act like Brian. You can act like Stewie, where he wants to take over the world and all this. But if you're gonna say, I'm willing to compromise with them, I'm willing to have sex with them, okay, I'm willing to have a three-way, whatever. Well, okay, I'm going to tell you straight. I'm going to tell you straight right here. Having a three-way is the worst thing you could ever have. And we're not talking porn. We're talking they come over to your house, they sit down, they have a meal, they have sex with you in the same bed, maybe some alcohol, maybe some wine, whatever it might be, maybe some drugs, who knows. And then you wonder, is this ever going to change? Things will change when you truly end up saying no to everything. There's a lot of things I say yes to. There's a lot of things I've said no about. All the things I've said no about, I've already talked about it in here almost. But it doesn't mean I'm going to say, let's have a three-way and let's move this forward. Okay? It's one thing to say I want to get married, but I don't want to go out of my way and have sex with them. It's another thing to say, you know what, I don't want to, but I'm not going to blow up their phone because that's all I care about. There's nothing bad with talking to somebody and saying maybe there might be a reason why this is not going on. Just maybe. Just maybe. If I say that I love this girl and then I go out of my way and I end up blowing up that girl's phone, it's showing that I disrespect with her. I don't care about her. I don't want to be around her. There's a lot of, okay, well, if you have sex with me and my sister, would you be able to end up getting us both pregnant, right? Then I get them pregnant, and then they turn into a total monster, and then they wonder why they have all these mood changes, and they wonder why people are going to say things. I don't want to go to therapy, but if I compromise and say, you know what, I have already asked for help, they're willing to give me the support, I'm willing to go back to therapy, that's compromise, but that's not helping the solution, right? I'm having a major breakdown every year. What's going to happen? I'm going to choose to go after the person that ended up causing me pain, right? This own girl thinks it's funny to end up just talking to the police and saying that I beat her to death when I wasn't even around. I haven't been around her since June 15th of 3 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. Almost 3 years coming up. Over 2 years. I haven't seen this woman. And she's calling the police saying that I beat her up, gave my input, gave my address, gave my whatever, my phone. The circumstances that people are going to say is just give me their phone. Boom. You call them. They leave a voice chat. They leave a voice message. Okay, you want to hear it? Okay. Then okay. But I don't need to know. I believe everybody is going to end up being right in their own lives. If I have to compromise in relationships, the bad part is there is nothing I can say that would change you, your situation, or circumstances around, because there's nothing out there. Oh, you want to go and do that? Go ahead. Sorry, daughter. You want to do that? I can't stop you from doing that. You want to jump off a bridge? Can't stop you there. You want to go and try to be friends with somebody? Do not compromise just to impress them or show them a good time. You want to go to the gym? Go to the gym, eat healthy vegetables, and make sure that you add fruit in there. Not fruit pots, not fruit pebbles, whatever. Not fruity pebbles, but just fruit, vegetables, eggs, milk, bacon, protein, going to the gym. Repeat, you'll start changing your whole mind, right? Yesterday I had this weird back pain, or this morning it was, in my right side. Well, it went away because I prayed and I was willing to take the time seriously, right? If you're willing to take someone's time seriously and not just compromise, okay, you want to have a three-way? Okay. And then you try to have a three-way. Most guarantees, one of the girls or one of the guys is going to end up being jealous in that. And if jealousy is all about their life, then who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, you can say, yeah, I love you 100% all the time, and still say that's compromise. That's what he or she wants right now. But all you're doing is giving yourself a way out of the one conversation that you had with those 3 people or 4 people, whatever. It doesn't mean it's never going to happen. It doesn't mean she or he's not going to be able to make it. But what it does mean is there's always going to be that one person that blames you for everything that's going on between you and your life and situations, circumstances, and you will never look back. Because when you do this, you're not causing me pain. You're causing yourself pain, and you're grieving, and then you're wondering, and then you bring up this random fake story about how I'm going to have to get the popos or the 21, 11, whatever. Like, nobody needs to go this far. People are willing to go to the police or the 12, where everybody's willing to go to the 12. I don't want to go to the 12 knowing that I've already fell apart. I don't want to say that I go into this girl's house that I don't even know her name. I don't want to say, yeah, I'm willing to go have sex. I'm not compromised. I'm going to say, yeah. Nobody, if anybody wants to know what red flags are, well, we're going to start making that on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll have some more videos and episodes more on maybe at nighttime, but at this point, I don't know what's going to happen. So what's your plan? What's the plan that we can do here? Compromising A, you get along, you focus on them, you talk to them, you say do you want to have sex with me, whatever. Girls are gonna crave sex because they haven't had sex and they've been beaten up or hurt to say, you know what, I'm feeling happy. But really, they're really sad and they're trying not to cry. And you wonder, is this ever gonna happen? It's not gonna happen if you don't know. So, the final points, you do not want to compromise with a girl just because she's beautiful in bed or she's good. You don't want to agree with her and say, I'm willing to go to the bar or the strip club or wherever you might end up. It's most likely he's going to end up at her house or behind bars. The third topic, or the third subject, and we're going to have about two of these, part one and part two, and then we're going to make a decision on if we should make more. And do not have open relationships with anybody if you do not want a relationship. If you say, yes, I put myself out there 100% of the time and I'm being rejected, well, that's not you. It's people that are rejecting you, right? There's a whole bunch of girls that are in this. There's a bunch of women in the sea, or a bunch of people that are in the sea, they say. But the situation is going to happen, and be mature and grow up, and all of these things are going to change. Have you been hearing what's been going on in China? How there's people that are getting killed and murdered for just trying to believe something? They're not willing to compromise. They're willing to sit there and tell you about what's wrong. They're willing to abuse you. They're willing to kill you. They're willing to do everything they can, and they're starting to be more. 8 million people on the earth, and China is a very bad town because it's very dark and satanic and witchcraft and lots of things that are going on there, right? If you go to Vegas, what's going to happen? You go to Vegas, you're going to want to go to the strip club. You'll want to go to the bar. You'll want to go out. You'll want to have sex. It's a never-ending process. The first time anybody has sex with me, 99% or 100% of the time, they're going to get pregnant. Just one time. Doesn't matter what it is. It's just the way that my blood works. It's the way that my family rolls. I drop one seed and drop another seed, and more seeds are going to come, and right? Even girls are going to compromise to say, I'm willing to come all the way over to you if you're willing to get me a plane ticket. Then by the time that you get them the plane ticket, they don't show up, and you've paid X amount of $300, $400 a ticket for them to come all the way over and see you and hang out with you and spend time. Some people in this world are going to say, you know what? Oh, yeah. But it's called the F-51. So I hope that people are going to come in happy this, because it's awesome. Okay, so the final thing is, do not have open relationships with just anybody, because if you compromise too much, set or taken or anything there, compromising and compromise to the ascending version of who you actually are in this lifestyle that you truly live. The reasons why I'm building up a little bit longer videos is because some people are like, you know what? I just really love him or her, and I can't live without him. Oh, he's live or she's live, so I better go on their page and be excited. It's good to hear people. What's the difference is, how are people going to compromise? You'll figure out that. If you guys have been hearing about this Trump thing situation, man, I can't even believe it's mind-blowing what's happening. Did you hear about what happened in Russia today or yesterday? People are bombing each other. They're going to bomb they're going to bomb Israel. Russia's trying to bomb Israel, and Israel is the kingdom of where everyone is supposed to be there. But people are being judged, and if you don't want to be judged, then don't go put yourself out there. I'm judged just for being me. It's amazing. But God bless everybody. God bless America, and we need some guidance. We need prayer. We need prayer. So just try to keep up there. Try to keep up with all the things that are going on in Israel and everywhere all over the world. They said in the last part, there's going to be a lot of wars, rumors, telling people, and compromising just to say, you know what, maybe I don't, or maybe I do. It's up to you. Some people are pissed off that Trump is coming back, and some people are like grateful and willing to actually say, you know what, this is. But what can you do in the next 3 months from now? Exactly in 3 months. Because the White House gets out by the 25th, and who knows what's going to happen. Can't believe it, but everyone's time is short on this earth. We just don't know how long. We're in the last part of this lifestyle that we are going to live. So, everybody, I want to tell you guys, keep up the good work, and we're very proud of you guys. Good night, everybody. Take care. And please start praying for everybody. I'm praying for everybody on here, even friends and family that are local. Let's get it, girls. Oh, yeah. We're going to have part 2 later on. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Or tomorrow, most likely. It's already almost. Oh, yeah, it's 11:17. It should be done by 11:18 or 19. So keep following through, and we'll talk to you guys very soon on this. God is good. And God is good all the time. Remember that.